Alright, so I want you to imagine. Lyrically, you're Tony Hawk. Lyrically, you're Michael Jordan. Like, in terms of bars and metaphors especially, you're Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and Michael Jordan, the dream team. All on the court at once. Full court press. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you are, like, in top 5 nicest lyrically. Like, okay, top 10. That's alive. And like you said, like, put it like this. When you did a cypher with Eminem, Yellow Wolf, Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz, and someone who ghost wrote for like half the fucking industry. Oh, what the fuck is dude's name? Crooked Eye. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Crooked Eye is like almost as prolific as Styles P and shit. He might be more so. But you have the nicest verse. The most unique verse for sure. Out that whole, you had the smoothest verse, the nicest verse. You said shit that nobody said before, ever before or since on that whole shit. You outshined Eminem. See, that's why people was so willing to work with Joey, despite that he kept flopping. If I remember right, he flopped at Def Jam like multiple times. And it's not because he sucks. And it's not because he has bad work ethic. Those are usually the two things that fuck people, is that they have shitty work ethic, they run out of material, or they're really they either don't have the work ethic or they suck. They just can't improve. You know what I'm saying? They're just not good enough. Like, they're just, you know what I'm saying? But in Joe Buddens' case, Joe Buddens, I like putting the S on it like the LimeWire days. But in Joe Buddens' case, he is one of the nicest. He's nicer of a lyricist than Rick Ross. The shit he said on the Cypher, on the Shade 2.0 Cypher, he had the nicest verse. You Super Mario thugs is in the wrong room. I figure here you won't get bigger if you want shrooms. Real shit, like, bro, like, it's like, yo, he one of them motherfuckers. He say shit where there's like 2-3 different meanings to the shit in each bar. Like, you know who else is like that? Who's also top 5 like lyricists that's alive right now? Montana 300. In fact, I have to put like him, No Fatigue, Talia 300. Like, I have to put them all in like just one, like count them as one, because like they are all that nice. Like, and No Fatigue, he from Peoria, so like got respect for that. You feel what I'm saying? Forget, is he linked to Flint too, or is that someone else who's linked to Flint as well? But that's why I have mad love from them. They from where my whole family from and shit. So it's like, they from the Midwest. They from my old stomping ground. Like, so it's like, and like literally No Fatigue, I know it's from Peoria. And if I remember right, I think he has ties to Flint. Like, he's lived in Flint or something. But I know he's from Peoria. Cause he did a So Brooklyn challenge. He's like, I'm so Peoria. Like, that's where my mom from, like. So, my biological mother from Peoria. She bounced between there and Rockford. But yeah, like, you are one of the nicest lyricists that is currently alive. But you flopped every time as a rapper. And it wasn't for lack of recording. It wasn't because you sucked. Like, it was literally because they couldn't find it. They kept trying to market him as different shit. Like, they wanted to market him as like a pretty boy rapper at the end, it seemed like, with the Love and Hip Hop thing. That's why you start seeing them in the reality shows. Like, they were trying to recoup their money. That's what that was. Like, they were like, it was exhibit mode. It was yeah. It's exhibit mode. That's what I call it. It's like, it's a secret mode in the game, man. You only get there if you really flop out bad and they invested a lot of money in you, yeah, you get the exhibit mode, you get the fake Cribs house, you get the fake car upgrade show. Yeah, we need those back actually. Yeah, now we're done filming. Yeah, we gotta take this off your car. This too. You keep the rest. Car breaks down like a week later. They gotta take it to Pep Boys. Yeah, like, so I'm saying, like, but he's literally out of like the nicest lyricists in the game. Royce da 5'9", Crooked Eye, who wrote for so many motherfuckers. Like, bro, if he could disclose who he wrote shit for and what he wrote for them, I promise you, out of the West Coast hits, it would be sad. He would have, like, it would almost, like, take away so much of the game and just attribute it to him. See, that's why I do them non-disclosures with that shit. Why I did them non-disclosures with that shit. And the thing is, like, they'll do some shit, too, to, like, make it, like, so, like, if people do find out, they try to make them unfind out. Like, they did that with Jesus Walks recently. Like, I remember people telling me J. Cole wrote that shit. Before Montana 300 said that shit in a rap, right? And I remember I actually looked it up on Google, like, years ago, and, like, it really was. And then now, if you try to Google it, it says, no, that isn't Kanye West. He had nothing to do with it. Like, J. Cole was another, like, Crooked Eye's like another J. Cole, but, like, bigger. Like, he's like a J. Cole, like, whatever rapper that ghostwrites a lot that you want to, he's like that, but bigger. Like, Crooked Eye's like, and he's got a sound and a style that's just unique. Like, you got Royce da 5'9", who's like, that's D-Town, so I got mad love for that. Royce also got a unique ass sound. When him and Joe Buddens was beefing, that shit was cool because of how they both have very emotional sound with their shit. And they both so fire, bro. Both of them is so outside the box with the ideas and shit. But it was like, there was such a push to try to market him, and they couldn't. Because it was like, okay, he's got the look where, like, put like this. Like me, I have to be marketed as, like, either some type of rock package. If I'm in rap, I have to be marketed as, like, a gangster rapper. Or, like, a Lil Pump. Those are the two lanes I have available. You see what I'm saying? I can either be, like, a SoundCloud motherfucker, or I'll be in the gangster shit. I know I'm built for the gangster shit. You see what I'm saying? Joe Budden, keep in mind, there's more lanes than that. I just don't fit any of the other molds. I'm not like necessarily a pretty boy motherfucker. Like, my nose fucking look like Captain Hood, bro. Like, I got scars all over my shit. Like, I'm fucked up, bro. Like, but at the same time, it's like, dude, I know what my look. See, that's the thing. MTV fucked up. There's so much more that goes into it now than just being a musician. And with Joe Budden, he had like that look that was kind of like, if you did it right, you could pull it off for the gangster shit. But like, the thing is, I don't know who else he beefed with, but when he beefed with Ransom, bro, see, like, Ransom really do this shit. Like, Ransom does this shit. He does this beef shit. Not to try to get, not to try to make himself marketable in a certain way either. Like, no, he really does this shit. Like, you don't be walking around calling yourself Ransom, and nobody's like, you can't do that. Like, what did you take for ransom? Like, you know, walking around Camden, fucking Patterson, fucking Newark, running around stolen car capital, calling yourself fucking Ransom. And nobody tries to test you. Yeah, it's because you earned that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, with me, it's like, it's crazy to see Joe Budden really, like, I really hope he don't do this Verzuz. It's for a bigger reason than you think, right? Okay, you put him and Cam side by side. Joe Budden hits, focus, pump it up. Cam got a whole bunch of hits, I can't even name them. And he got a whole bunch of semi-hits that, like, motherfuckers, it's not a hit, but motherfuckers know that shit. Like, a lot of them, like, put it like this, Joel Santana has a lot of those types of songs I'm talking about, where it's not a hit record, but so many people, it's like such an underground hit that, like, it's like people would know it. Like, you could use it at a versus. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's not being scored like a rap battle or a cypher or nothing like that. It's not being judged the same way. It's judged on crowd participation, reaction, like, and catalog comparison, mainly. And so it puts it in a situation where really the nicer rapper, the nicer lyricist, the one with the nicer bars, the more, like, what did you just say, type bars, is going to lose. Because his catalog consists of 2 hits, one of which, promise you, it's going to be like 1 hit. Because I don't think nobody who's going to be at that versus, or I don't think anyone in generations under me knows Pump It Up. Because I don't even know Pump It Up. I only know that shit from come out. My babysitter Stephen, when I was a kid, he had that shit as his ringtone. I've never listened to the song. I can't. Like, there's a point in the song I kind of want to hear, but everything before that, I'm turned off by it, right? So, he's got Pump It Up, which might not even be relevant as a hit to this generation. And then he's got Focus. And Focus is kind of relevant. That's going to be like the only one he might win is if he put Focus against something. Because you had a whole... Jeff Jam Vendetta was like the equivalent to No Mercy on PS2. That was one of them games like Vice City where everyone, it didn't matter which friend house you went to, they all had it. We all had it. It was like San Andreas. Like, that was like one of those where it was like one of them games you were like, it's like an unwritten law of being like 13. You have to have this game. You have PS2 or Xbox or game, you have anything, you have to have this. If you don't have this, it's just you're gonna get it either way. You will have this game. Everyone will, right? Yo, my parents have a neighbor, right, who like was big at Def Jam, bro, and he got. I can only find a couple articles about this dude. One of which was that he got a promotion, like right around the time Fight for New York came out. I said, yo, that white boy went in there and said, yo, make a video game. Make it like a wrestling game with the rappers. They said, yo, that shit actually worked. Here, we're going to give you this promotion. But nah, everything like... It's crazy, bro, because it's like... Joe Budden really is the nicer rapper. But at that versus, he's going to lose because his entire catalog is just so obscure and weird. He got a whole bunch of shit. It's either too long, it's too spiritual, whatever the case is. Like, the beat is off. Like, he used a lot of weird beats too. Like, he got some beats where he picked them shit out right, but like he have some beats where it's like, bro, what were you on Dust when you put this together? Like, I understand if you was rapping on Dust, but like you did this whole formulation of this. Did you do that on Dust? Because you just picked some shit that sounded like fucking Fisher Price keyboard and they charge you $500 for it on an invoice. But yeah, fucking... Honestly, that shit turned out good for motherfuckers, something like that. I think the song I'm Mad by Boozy, I think that was decision made under the influence of PCP with Boozy. And that shit turned out good with the plastic sounding keyboard, the plastic brass sounds on that song I'm Mad. But yeah, if I was anyone around Joe Budden, I would be trying to stop this so badly. He's gonna get murked, bro. Big stage or not, he's gonna get murked. Cause it's like you're comparing catalogs of hits. Joe Budden has like one hit that's still massively relevant just because of a video game. And because he had Jeff Hardy moves in the video game. Like, I literally think they copied Jeff Hardy moveset from the old No Mercy games on the fucking... Because it was the same Aki engine. Just like updated graphics, though. And he had shit like the Swanton, like, but it was called something different, like. Anyways, just because he was like the sickest motherfucker you had at like base level. Like, you started the game with him too. Like, you didn't have to unlock him. Like, he was nasty in that game, bro. He had the sickest moves. But like, other than that, and that's only relevant because of that game, where all the people who played that game is my age now. You know, and so then you got a bunch of like 1 minute, 2 minute songs that no one cares about. All this shit off mixtapes. And then you got like 10 to 20, like 9 minute to 13 minute or longer songs. You might even have songs that are 20 minutes. There's good keep in mind, there's top 5 lyrical content in all these songs. Whether it's one bar, all the bars. There is lyrical content there that you can't outrank that. But it's just not hits. And that's what Verzuz is about. Cameron got hits. Joey, you was someone they was trying to find a way to fit. You see what I'm saying? So I'm out this bitch.